Tracy McGrady, ahead of his time, yet a victim of poor timing during his Hall of Fame career. Tracy McGrady fell into the lame NBA nickname tradition of having his name lazily reduced to an initial and a condensed last name. But for some reason T-Mac really served its purpose. It gave the impression that McGrady was some futuristic, positionless, droopy-eyed superhero created by engineering geeks and sent back in time to save the league from its tired traditional norms. T-Mac could score 13 points in 33 seconds. T-Mac could hurdle Shawn Bradley and destroy rims. T-Mac could make scoring 62 points look like an afternoon stroll. T-Mac played with power and grace. He flaunted skill and finesse. T-Mac was never the best, but spent the early part of the century forcing himself into that conversation. T-Mac couldn't be boxed in because he checked so many boxes as a versatile playmaker and scorer. He had a power forward's body with a point guard's handle and every available weapon in his offensive bag as a shooting guard. I knew I was drafting a player that had a chance to be exceptional in the NBA, said Isaiah Thomas, who plucked McGrady out of high school for the Toronto Raptors in 1997 before Kevin Garnett and Kobe Bryant had fully established themselves and made such a selection appear to be anything except risky. I knew McGrady had the skill set to make the leap. Tracy really could do it all. He could pass, he could shoot, but he was a willing passer. He wasn't a passer looking to fill the stat sheet, although he did fill the stat sheet with his play. He played the game in a very unselfish way. Given how the game has evolved, with all-star alliances being all the rage and teams no longer committed to cliched five-man units, T-Mac was ahead of his time. Unfortunately for McGrady, the reason he left the game with no tangible team success is because he was also a victim of poor timing. 10 years before LeBron James, Dwyane Wade and Chris Bosh made player-crafted super teams the desired path to championships, McGrady attempted to form a free agent powerhouse in Orlando with Grant Hill and Tim Duncan. Duncan, however, stayed in San Antonio, denying the league an Eastern Conference antidote for the Shaquille O'Neal-Kobe Bryant Los Angeles Lakers dynasty. McGrady left his cousin, Vince Carter, in Toronto in 2000, just as the legend of Vinsanity was rising. He teamed up with Hill only after Hill broke his ankle. Hill could never stay healthy in Orlando, and McGrady forced his way out in 2004, right after the franchise drafted Dwight Howard. McGrady landed in Houston with Hall of Famer Yao Ming just as leg and knee injuries would ruin China's greatest basketball export. So McGrady essentially traded in the most durable years of Howard's career for Yao's most fragile. He exhausted every amount of talent until his own body broke down, leaving T-Mac with one of the more complicated basketball legacies. McGrady will be inducted into the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame on Friday, along with the late Jerry Krause, architect of the Chicago Bulls dynasty, Kansas coach Bill Self, and former ABA legend George McGinnis. But McGrady's selection was met with some resistance and criticism, especially from the Rings police, an annoying echo chamber of haters who oversimplify an individual player's value by judging how much diamond-encrusted jewelry he acquired as a member of a team.